Welcome back, disc golf fans, to the first round of the 2023 Philadelphia Disc Golf Open, presented by Gatekeeper Media, powered by Dynamic Disc. We are here for this B-Tier event, and we are in the jungles in the inner city of Philadelphia on this Outback. My name's Chris Sherman. We have Derek Scull. As we saw, very challenging course and very colorful scorecards to start.
Yeah, and a lot of gray there in between. So par is good here at Sedgley Woods for this layout. Obviously, green is where you want to be. But playing safe and smart golf will keep you in the mix.
Yes, we're going to jump into hole 10. This is the first time we're out into one of the meadow holes. As we mentioned in round one, it wasn't, or in front nine, it really wasn't coming down yet, but we could see now on the camera that the rain is coming down. Weather is a factor, and this being a two a day, so 2 rounds in one day, it's tough. You got to stay dry and stay clean out there.
Yeah, and these meadow holes are not part of the traditional 27-hole layout here. So we do add a few different holes for the event. I do believe that there is OB on the right.
Kind of right where Nick's going. I think he's safe. There is OB long as well.
But that left side is pretty open.
Yeah. Harry, our defending champ, hitting first available. Luckily, he did kick out into the open. Should be able to get up and down.
Okay, that's that.
So we can see that OB does come into play pretty quickly there. On the back is Bradley, another birdie. Had a couple tough breaks there in the front nine. He's able to gather a couple birdies here on this Outback / meadow.
Like you called it, Harry with the cleanup for his par save.
Yeah, I would say this is, I mean, compared to some of the other holes, this is a must-get for these guys at this level.
Chris sneaks it in there right above the cage. Gets that green back on his scorecard. Great bounce back after his double on 9.
Nice high putt there from Brian. Nice nose down, drops right into the basket. And Nick, the last one to clean up. Does successfully. Still some work, though, sitting 2 over.
Another must-get birdie for the field here. A lot of OB to contend with there on that left-hand side.
You don't say so. As Bradley does just about all you can. Should be inside the circle. As these meadow holes are only available when they do cut the grass. A lot of back here is kind of preserved in terms of, I believe, for birding and other nature reasons.
Well, there's now an equestrian club who has set up shop here. So there are stables and a pasture back here now, too.
That might be a little early for Harry, and it's tough if you're early right. It is hard to progress to the green from there.
Yeah, I really like the wide left to right swing. Playing it a little short so that you can just skip right up into the green. So if you play a little long, you're going to, I mean, the footing, and as you can see, it's pretty thick there.
Yeah, these guys are lucky they were just right there on the edge. That could have been much worse, trying to get through that stuff.
And see Bradley with probably not ideal footing there and really only one line to choose from. But if you're off by a foot or two, that line might not be available.
Yeah, he tickles the chains. Brian finding the pole and getting another birdies. 2 now for the back 9. Heckman wearing red, supporting Philly, hoping he doesn't get red on his scorecards. As these guys hovering around par, slightly under. If you're just a couple strokes under par for the round, that is a good round, and you're definitely ahead of a lot of the field. If you're at par, probably middle of the pack.
All right, Nick's starting to chip away at those bogeys. See if he can fight his way back to even at least.
So this is Outback Traditional 25, and this is a tricky shot. This is such a tough angle. You just really basically want to saw one off to the left. Or at least that's what it feels like you need to do.
Without carrying too far forward.
Yeah, there is I was gonna say there is OB over there if you do
and a
push
lot of
too far
jail.
Forward. Yeah. That's probably not going to be enough. He's going to get caught up. Hopefully, he has a lane from over there.
Woo. Narrowly gets that left gap.
Yeah, that'll probably be a circle 2 look, probably 50 or 60 out.
Just way too high. Ooh, just short.
Yeah, about that 60 mark I was talking about.
Looks like Checkman didn't get caught up nearly as much as we thought.
Almost just right. A little high, a little low, a little left, a little right. Let's see if Nick can Goldilocks this, and he does.
All right.
Just right. Gets himself back down to even.
Starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel there for Nick's scorecard.
Yeah, he's sniffing a turkey. We should see just some traditional cleanups from the rest of the card, and I'd say a lot of the field taking par on this one. Only being 260 feet. It's just such a tough angle. It's like one of those you want to throw like a steep hyzer with an understable disc almost to let it kind of keep riding as it's going left.
Yeah, or throw like a medium speed, stable, hard, and flat. All right, another tight line here off the tee.
Yeah, this is from the red tee box on hole 26. It's a nice, tight, straight shot.
You can see the pin here, protected by some down trees.
Chris is going standstill on the left side of the box with a forehand. I like that idea.
Yeah, using every inch of the tee pad. I'd say that's...
Ooh.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate kick, but the traditional line you're looking for.
So this is going to be a tough par save from Brian. There's a lot of trees between him and the basket, and he's still going to be in circle 2 looking for his par.
Ooh, well turned over.
It's not great either. It's going to be just outside the circle on the right side, and there is a lot of stuff between him and the basket. Hopefully he's stayed clean.
I want to say the miss on this hole is left.
Yeah, kind of where Harry is there. Like,
yeah, it's like even though there's a lot more individual trees, I think that the foliage is thinner on the left. So you at least have a chance.
this would be a great par save.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Man, what a up and down roller coaster here for Bradley on the putting green. Couple chain throughs, couple splash outs, couple great putts. This Checkman's in that stuff that was over there and just didn't really even have a look.
That's a difficult position for Harry to be in. I mean, like inside the circle, having to take a knee to putt under something. Not really enough room to be able to get your full putting stroke in. And as we see, he missed slightly left.
Yeah, struggles on the green for the card. Bradley big putting in basically everyone except Nick. And currently Bradley the only one under par.
All right, traditional 27 is our hole 14 for the Philly Open from red.
Ooh,
that should work out okay. Not nearly up far enough as you'd want. Typically, you just want to get out of this gap, fade to the left, and kind of put yourself in line with the blue tee pad so that you give yourself your next shot.
Yeah, Nick very fortunate to stay center cut there.
Ooh. I don't think that snuck through.
No, and that is not a good spot for Chris. That is jail. That might be pitch out territory.
That
Harry.
Looks great.
Harry, definitely the best shot.
All right, not nearly as deep. Oh, man. I
It's
loved the idea. So now at this point, we have Checkman just pitching right around the corner.
Yeah, that's bogey at best.
Yeah. That had too much on it.
This is high from Nick.
Just short of that mound there. But I'd say right where Checkman was just now is maybe 20 feet further than what the ideal landing zone is.
Yeah, that's tough. He might be looking at a double from there, getting caught up on the left side.
That's Harry. And it's easy to miss left here, and it's jail on that side too. Oh, man. This hole takes a lot of commitment.
Yeah, this hole is a tough one. Great shot there from Bradley.
Beautiful turnover. Hold that turn. He should be right there on the edge. A little short, maybe.
Nick needs to execute this to save his par. And it looks like he did just that.
Okay, yep. Yeah, very little room in there.
Yeah, he's looking at a double now. Bradley scorecard full of gray, and like you said, par is good. Nick trying to keep his head above water. Same with Harry here. This is a good bounce back from him. 2 great shots. And you're taking a lot of strokes on the field, taking a birdie here, I think.
I agree. But like we mentioned before, I mean, if you can keep yourself at even, you are going to give yourself an opportunity for your round 2. Because anything can happen, especially with the weather rolling in and out.
All right, and we're going to bounce back to traditional Sedgley Woods. This is hole 11, tournament hole 15. From the red tee box. Or I should say their temporary tee box, because I do believe there's a red tee box to the right as well.
Yeah, this is like yellow plus.
Yeah. Which, if you've ever been to Sedgley, hole 11 is a great hole. Love that they play this in the tournament every year.
Yeah, and I did mention on the front 9 that, we've been seeing a lot of changes in terms of down trees and things like that, and hole 11 has fallen victim to that now too. So when this coverage was filmed, they were still standing, but now about 2 key trees close to the green have been removed, opening things up quite a bit, and the club did a really great job of building those into other obstacles. So the club is really great at staying creative to keep this challenging for all of us.
Yeah, shout out to the grounds crew here at Sedgley.
Oh, great putt for Nick, getting himself back under par.
Yeah, he can breathe fresh air for a minute. Yeah, he likes it. This was Bradley's drive, and
Wow.
he gets the birdie as well. He is feeling his putt now. It's about 80 feet of putting just in the past couple holes.
Man, I love that Sedgley Glow merch.
Good tap in there for Williams and a tap in for Chace. Another one of those must-gets, which I love about this course is there's a lot of must-gets and then a lot of very challenging holes. I would say this one is one of those challenging holes.
Yeah, but that could have been far worse for Harry, dropping center fairway. We are playing the long pin position.
Yeah, so we're going red tee box to long.
And that is a bad
green.
kick for Nick. Bradley gets very lucky here, throwing his into the dirt and getting a great skip up to a pretty good landing zone for his next shot. If that keeps turning, that should nestle up to give him a look as well. All right, not as deep in there.
Yeah, there is. You can go to the left of that big tree there. There is a gap, so we'll see if Heckman has it.
Missing right on this hole is not ideal.
That's probably close to the short basket, so he'll probably just have a pitch up and par there.
And it does look like they did pull the short pin for this event. In years past, they had them still in but wrapped in bags. And we actually saw Chris Villa throw in for his approach into one of those bagged
Bro, I was
baskets.
literally just thinking about that. That's so funny. Nick's over near 13's tee box, blue, and just lays up. Just take your par. Very easy to roll away on this one. So,
yeah, I've seen it plenty.
like, this is a tough bid from Harry. Got to catch metal on something like this.
Wow.
Oh, Bradley feeling himself. Another birdie.
From a less than ideal position.
Yeah, the miss is definitely getting over there on the right, on the green. If you kind of keep it right, keeps you a little more level.
Yeah, it drops off pretty good there behind where Chris is currently. And there are paths too back there, so I have seen discs just stand up and roll down those paths.
Good birdie from Brian, getting himself back to even as well. So Carr definitely pulling some birdies here on this back nine. This is hole 17 in the tournament and traditional hole 17 at Sedgley.
Yeah, and the yellow and red position share a tee pad for this one. So there's only 2 pads for this hole now.
As you can see how many tee boxes are right next to him. So if you're not familiar with Sedgley, they do a good job of really having so many different layouts on such a tight property. And they do a really good job at this event of keeping things spaced out and keeping the flow good so no one's in danger or anything. There is OB left that you have to worry about, so...
Yep, Memorial Garden on the left is OB.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I like that lefty line as well. Found that playing this event not recently, or this course, I should say.
Nice layup from Nick. Great birdie from Checkman. Good to see Green back on his card.
Yeah, not the round he wanted. Couple bad breaks there, couple tough holes. Take those away. Overall solid round as Bradley getting closer to that number you were talking about. Hitting that 5, 6, 7 under. It's the type of score that puts you on the lead card for round 2. Couple turkeys from the card as we're going to go into the last hole. Traditional 18 from blue. Plays as an island.
Yep, very iconic for this event. And another must-get birdie. I love the hyzer flip play. Just throwing something that'll flip up, drift to the right.
Oh, yeah. Heckman on the green. He's still fighting. Little turn from Harry. And
Will that keep him dry?
Wow. Yep. So it's an island, but there is still safe space on this side of the fairway. So on this side of the trees where the drop zone is Nick.
Whoa.
Almost ringing up the ace. That would be such a sick ace to get.
And as you can see, the crowd really does love to congregate here and watch all the ace runs.
Yeah, I'm sure weather playing a factor here. I've seen some pretty big crowds here on 18.
Oh, man. That would have been an amazing par save from Bradley, but he's going to be finishing up with a little red there.
Harry with the 2 under. Respectable round.
Brian with the 2 under as well.
Yeah, great finish there. 4 in a row. Keeping him competitive, and Checkman gathering a couple birdies there at the end as well. Should be
That's
able to
really,
fight.
yeah, that's really what it's all about. You know, that you're going to get bad breaks, you're going to shoot bad shots, but if you can really pull yourself up there at the end of the round, you give yourself hope.
It's nice to see the card finish strong. A lot of birdies here on this back 9, definitely scoreable. So we're taking a look at the end of the round 1 results. 2 rounds in 1 day. Weather conditions are not great as we take a look.
Nate Cron firing it off with a 7 down. Really great showing.
No stranger to being in the lead. So that's going to finish up here for round 1 of the 2023 Philadelphia Disc Golf Open. I hope everyone enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe. Support us over on Patreon if you want to support us for this 2024 season. So we have plenty of coverage coming back to you. My name is Chris. We have Derek signing off.